Stop trying to win the argument. The perfect comeback isn't strength, it's a white flag. When you engage a toxic person, you're playing a game where the rules are rigged. They hand you the end of a rope, daring you to pull. They don't care about your logic or your facts. They only care about the energy you waste fighting back. The moment you react, you're not defending yourself, you're feeding them. If a toxic or manipulative person is stealing your peace and your sleep, this video is for you. In this video, I'll break down the psychology behind why toxic people act this way and show you the exact techniques experts use to turn your biggest triggers into background noise. To stay calm, you first need to understand why they're attacking. Here's the attacker's secret confession. You think it's about you. Science says the opposite. Psychologist Jeff Schimmel ran a revealing experiment. He told people, "You have high levels of suppressed anger." Then asked them to judge others. The result? They started seeing anger everywhere. This is what psychologists call projection. Our brains have a shortcut for uncomfortable emotions. We push them onto someone else. Think of it like this. Someone's carrying a heavy bag of emotional garbage. Insecurity, shame, self-hatred. It's too heavy for them to hold, so they dump it in your yard. Then they point and say, "Look at what a mess you are." Once you see it this way, everything changes. An insult isn't a diagnosis of your character, it's a confession of their fear. When they say, "You're so selfish," they're really saying, "I'm terrified my selfishness will be exposed." When they say, "You're too sensitive," they mean, "I can't handle my own vulnerability." At that moment, you stop being the target and become the calm observer. This isn't about you, it's about them. So next time someone comes at you, ask, what wound or fear is this person protecting right now? That single question flips a switch. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, comes online. Your amygdala, the panic button, quiets. You move from reactive to analytical. That's your unfair advantage. And that raises a more important question. What are they getting from you when you react? You know the type. They poke and prod until you snap. The moment you do, they lean back with that smug look and say, "See, you're the emotional one." Suddenly, you look unstable. Here's what they're really after. This isn't random cruelty. It's a high-stakes strategy called narcissistic supply. Manipulators, bullies, and narcissists don't feed on logic. They feed on emotional energy, your frustration, your tears, your reaction. That reaction is their payout. Think of it like a slot machine. They pull the lever, a provocation, a jab, a subtle insult, and wait. If you react, the bells go off and the jackpot hits. Your frustration is their reward. As long as the machine pays out, they keep playing. Every reaction you give restocks the machine for their next round. Here's the shift. When you don't react, you're not weak, you're strategic. You're walking away from the table. You're putting an out-of-order sign on their favorite machine. No jackpot, no payoff, no power. You take back control not by changing them, but by controlling the one thing they actually need from you: your reaction. This is where you flip the power dynamic. Think of a gray rock on the side of the road, unremarkable, unreactive. You can kick it or yell at it, nothing happens. That's the gray rock method. When a toxic person baits you, your goal is simple. Become the most boring person in the room. No emotion, no fuel, no payoff. If they say, "You're always so defensive," you say, "I see." If they push, "That's all you're going to say?" you reply, "Yeah, pretty much." Use short, neutral phrases. "Okay, I hear you. Interesting." Keep your voice flat, calm, almost dull. You're not cold. You're emotionally expensive. You're a high-value asset who refuses to spend currency on cheap drama. But there's a catch. The first time you withhold the reaction, they won't just walk away, they'll escalate. Psychologists call this an extinction burst. It's like a gambler slamming the machine when the reels stop. They're testing whether more aggression will force the old reward out. If you crack, you teach them, hit harder next time. So hold firm. Their outburst isn't failure. It's proof the method is working. But not reacting doesn't necessarily stop the replay. This is how you close the loop. You didn't react. You stayed calm. You walked away like a pro. But at 2 a.m., it still burns. I should have said, why didn't I just... This happens because your brain's justice center is glitching. This is called the motivation to punish. When you're treated unfairly, your brain opens a case file and refuses to close it until things feel balanced. It's like leaving a high-energy browser tab open in the background. It drains your mental RAM. It keeps pulling you back into the moment. But here's the thing no one ever tells you. You don't need revenge. You can close the case without engaging. This is where a simple technique from psychologist Dr. James Pennebaker helps. Expressive writing. Grab your phone. Open notes. 3 lines, 1 minute. First, what happened? Just the facts. A friend mocked my setback in front of everyone. Then, what you felt. No filtering. Humiliated. Livid. I wanted to expose them. Finally, the reframe. The file closing line. They used me for attention. I refused the circus and stayed in control. This simple act moves the memory out of your emotional brain and into your rational one, the prefrontal cortex. Your brain finally goes, got it, filed, resolved. The loop stops. The noise fades. Case closed. True peace isn't the absence of conflict. It's the ability to choose your response. This is the real shift. You can't change a trash dumper. You can't make a toxic person clean their yard. But you can change who you're becoming. Every calm choice rewires your nervous system. Every non-reaction installs a stronger version of you. You're the operator of your own mind. You do not owe anyone your anger, your time, or your peace. If this helped, hit subscribe, tap like, and comment solid below. A reminder that you don't react, you choose. Stop performing for people who don't matter. Start living a life that's actually yours.